Gold price is traded in swings. We have seen a good bullish opening for the week, hitting the highs at 43.80 levels. A massive reversal was seen with the rate hike projections coming in from Fed. And in fact, the peace deal has not even had any impact, and prices stayed bearish throughout the week, closing the week at 41.55 levels. Now, can we consider this as a possible sign of a further breakdown, or the lows are done as it is delivered higher lows and higher highs? Are we looking forward to a retracement in the coming week? What should be our strategy in order to profit trading gold in the coming week and in the near future? We're going to analyze the charts and arrive at the levels at which you can take a trade and trade profitably. What should be your strategy? We're going to discuss this, and towards the end of the update I'll be sharing the trading levels. Watch till the Let's start. Firstly, on the weekly charts, what has happened? See, this is the straight sixth bearish candle here. Despite the highs, we have seen an immense pullback here. Moving averages after a while are now convergent here, and now the price is also closed again below 50 weeks average. Yes, this is the 50 weeks average price, which is right now positioned close to 4240 levels here, and it has breached this, now trading below 4155. Remember, we have shared that yes, gold is still going to remain sell on rise, and as long as it respects 5200, I will be staying with sell on rise wherever the prices goes. Now, interestingly, only point here is, though the near term targets which I am looking forward to is 3850 and 3800 levels. It might take a little time, because see, it is never gonna be a straight line move. It takes time. Why 3850, 3800? I'll share soon. But for now, if you look at the weekly charts, what it has done, higher lows and higher highs. Now, in the coming week, I'll be watchful of three key levels. First at 4120, next at 4100, and then third at 4080. Once the price breaches below 4080, it is going to deliver you a stronger bearish candle. Then what will happen? The support levels and the critical psychological market 4000 will come into picture. And remember, if at all 4000 is taken, we are going to see gold at 3850 and 3800 levels very soon. Yes, it is not going to take much time. Now, is it going to happen in the coming week? That is what we are going to see the answer for. It might take a little time, not necessarily. Why so? Because see, even despite all the bearishness, remember, there were bullishness here, there was bulls here, there who were interested in keeping the prices higher. 4380 it is already touched. Second thing here is, now another factor which we should think about is, see, the geopolitical tensions appears to have settled now, and all the focus now is going to be towards the interest rate projections. See, BOJ has also hiked the rates, and the Bank of Japan has increased the rates to a 31-year high. And in fact, the Fed has signaled that towards the end of this year there will be a rate hike here, and that has caused these markets to plummet here. Now, remember, in uncertain times, gold is still considered to be a safe haven. Though for now, when you look at the near-term time frame, I have drawn this several times. This is how gold is trading. Now, for it to turn bullish, it has to break beyond 4380, 4600. By any means, if these levels are taken in the near term, it is possible for gold to come towards this zone. For now, it is not signaling such a strength. The kind of bearish momentum what we had seen towards the end of the week certainly suggested that now appears the time for us to be cautious with the buys here. Let me take you a little far. See, this was the time since the moving averages have stayed bullish here. This was the time 2023. It's almost 3.5 years. 36 months back, we had seen this bullish crossover, and see what a line, what a vertical rise it has shown since then. Now, imagine if it is trying to give up some of the gains. Why should we be surprised of this? Obviously, it is not going to be a straight line move. See, since this consolidation, we had seen a straight line move. Now, drop retracement, this is a good bearish move here. And I'll say that now, if at all 4040 and 4000 is taken, we are looking at 3850, 3800 levels as the first and foremost prime target levels here. And looking at the kind of divergence these weekly moving averages are suggestive, it is possible for these to cross over very soon. But for now, let's focus on coming week. See, we had already seen now 5 to 6 bearish candles. Super trend is also turning red. The price is almost at the lows of the Bollinger Bands. It can put pressure on the bands to expand on the downside. When you look at the stochastic, see, this is turning over. Look at the stochastic here. This is almost hitting the oversold zone, and these are the lows what we had seen in the last couple of years. We have not seen on the weekly charts prices hitting these levels, and it tries to bounce back from these levels. But remember, do not forget these times when it is stayed overbought for weeks and weeks, and now if it is getting into an oversold zone, don't be surprised if it stays oversold. So for now, this is not going to be a clear signal whether price is going to bounce back or not. Second is MACD. The moving averages have not yet shown any kind of convergence. These are trading with divergence. Recall the drop is coming from an extremely immensely overbought zone, plus 400 levels. These are never seen in history for gold on the weekly charts, and in fact for any instrument, globally traded instrument, if you pick MACD on the weekly charts, 400 is certainly a dangerous level. It suggests this was extremely overbought, and I have been giving sell calls since long. Those who follow me, I have mentioned at 5600, despite, see, when the war started, I have mentioned that this time the panic should prevail. It is not going to be the same time. Many have thought that the war has started, gold is going to rally, but we are the ones who have called it, nailed it again. And now if you look at the moving averages are trading with divergence. The candle sizes are at its peak. So I'll be exercising a bit of caution on the downside as well, though 3800, 3850 is quite likely possible. But before that, there are huge support levels which gold has to break below. Imagine if it has moved towards plus 400, directly it lends to minus 400 from here. And it is possible. Yes, this is an exponential rise. It can go towards negative before giving you the second move, second leg of rally. And by the time it moves towards minus 400 levels in MACD, the prices are going to be towards 3200 $3,000 levels. But I'm not trying to spread panic. However, right now the signs are not very much in favor of a rise here, that is for sure. However, one point which I would like to highlight, see, too much of divergence for anything calls for it to converge, which suggests that it can try to retrace a little even if it has to reverse, and hence the coming few weeks are going to remain very important for gold here. RSI looking downwards, which is again a bearish indication on the weekly charts, and it is still signaling that there is further downside available. Coming to the daily. Now remember friends, this is a weekly forecast, and this is the only channel to also deliver twice a day updates on gold with clear targets so that we can all profit together, grow together, trading daily twice a day with the Asia, Europe and US session. All the three sessions, the updates are there with precise targets. So do not miss to subscribe, press the bell icon. Friends, your every subscribe bell icon which gives you the notifications is a great motivation. Also, your every comment and share is a great support to the channel here. Please like, share, subscribe and comment, and yes, join the channel memberships to get the exclusive content access which I deliver before the US session, where much in-depth analysis is shared with you all. So join the channel memberships. Now look at the daily chart, see what it has done here. Notice the kind of movement here: drop, then the retracement, then the lower lows, then the retracement. If you connect the lows and the highs, this is how it is trading. The lows are now here well beyond the charts, which means now we are possibly, if at all it trades below $4,000 zone, we are looking forward to the next move here. First stop should be at around 3850, 3800 zone. Then the next stop should be at 3600 milestone, and below this it is going to come back towards this consolidation zone from where we had seen this second leg of rally beginning here, the around 3200, 3300 levels here. For now, it is not signaling such a strong weakness, but it is not showing much strength as well. Now, what it has done last week, see, drop retracement towards 20 period, drop retracement towards 20 period. 20 period has been a greater resistance. So for gold to show any kind of pullback. Now, one interesting thing which I would like to highlight here is just connect this. Now, can you see a retracement channel after this drop? I can see that, and that is what you can see after hitting the lows. The price is also closed with a little pullback. Now I will watch out if at all in the coming week price trades beyond 4200, 4220 and then 4250 mark, three key levels. If at all gold trades beyond 4250 from here, we can stick to buys. It is possibly going to break beyond 43.10, 43.25 levels as well. And if that level is also taken, possibly we are going to see gold towards the zone, towards 44.80, 4500. And then from there again it may take a downturn. See, remember, even if it has to trade bearish, it is not going to be a straight line move. Oh, though do not forget the days. Do not forget the days here. I'll always show. See what has happened here, a rally right from, you can see this was the last rally which it is shown, right from 4300 where the price is landed towards 5600. What an immense move it is shown. Though from 5600 till towards today, it has taken so much of time. So uh, I won't be surprised if it gives you a breakdown as well, directly, without giving any kind of retracement. Yes, stock ISTIC is looking downwards, getting into an oversold zone. It can stay here for a while before showing a pullback, forming almost a double bottom like this. Possible. If you look at the MACD, this is almost staying flat, just at the verge of a crossover here. RSI is trading slightly bearish. Look at 4-hour. Now, interestingly, on the 4-hour charts, we can see slight consolidation happening here. And that is why I wanted to highlight that gold is still under this retracement zone. Now, as I have mentioned, 4120, 4100, 4080, three key levels. And in fact, till 4060, it has got tremendous support. Below this, below that only, you can expect a fall, which is going to take it below 4000. Now, 4000 is a key, crucial psychological milestone which gold has to break below. Moving averages here are trading with divergence. The price is trading with divergence from the moving average, which calls for it to converge at least towards 4240, 4250 zone. Now, reversal confirmation in gold, where you can treat this as bullish if and only if at any point of time in the coming week gold prices stays above 4350 mark, you can just stay with the buys from there. Appears difficult but not impossible. Stochastic is also oversold, trying to bounce back a little, but see the MACD since the crossover, this is trading with divergence, and see this is coming after a good V-shaped recovery. Now this is looking downwards, so possibly forming a double bottom, it can bounce back. RSI at the low. So right now the signs are only few indications are there that it can try to bounce back, else all indications are for the bearishness here. Now, the most crucial, the monthly charts. And before we proceed, friends, the next mentorship batch is going to start in the first week of July. And why you should join the mentorship batch? Remember, learning is the only investment which can give you returns throughout life. And why my batch? See, learning is what? Because we have incorporated our years of experience in this mentorship batch, so that giving you all the nuggets from my learnings, where you can just get the learnings live in the mentorship batch and trade with confidence. And yes, we also ensure that you recover your fee with the help of joining our signals channel, where you join our signals channel after completion of batch, and we ensure that you recover your fee. Also, very, very important for you to have a trusted partner and a recommended broker where you can trade safe, which offers you swap free account with lowest spreads and no hidden charges, easier transactions and easier withdrawals from across the globe. You can find the recommended broker link also in the channel and video description. Now, and yes, those who just want to trade as per the signals and profit daily, you can be part of my signals channel on Telegram. Connect with me, write an email, ping me over Telegram for queries. Now look at the monthly charts at the beginning of the month. Did you watch my monthly forecast? If not, do watch the monthly forecast. Very clearly we had mentioned that, see, this size of candle is going to be quite likely there. Now this is almost half done. It has still got a scope. And now look at the 20 period moving average, 20 months average, and the median of the Bollinger Bands. So these are still far to be achieved here. It has still got lot much of room, and kind of lows what we had seen, gold has still got lot much of room towards these levels. So now once it stays below 4000 mark, then a tremendous fall can be expected. 3850, 3800, 3780 is going to be the first milestone which gold prices would like to break. Look at this, look at the exponential rise gold has shown, and historically every rise in gold follows with a period of settlement here, period of retracement. Now this time, was an insane run. So don't be surprised if at all it tries to stay bearish. I think the levels here are going to remain now difficult to break beyond. However, this is too early because see, this is just a minor retracement. It is not yet a complete reversal. Why so? If you look at the move, if you just connect the dots here, if you will see this is still respecting the lows here. And now as long as this zone is not taken, it is not yet bearish, which means it has to break beyond 3350, 3200 levels in order to confirm a great reversal in the near future. Stochastic here, yes, looking downwards, turning bearish. Look at the MACD. Now this is one worry point for the bulls. I have highlighted this. See, this is at extremes. Now this is in sync with the charts. If you look at this, the despite all the bearishness, the MACD has not yet crossed over. And historically, when you look at the chart, see, since the crossover we have seen period of bearishness prevailing, since the crossover we have seen periods of bearishness prevailing, and now it is on the verge of crossover, and that too coming from an extreme zone. So it suggests that the period of bearishness might prevail here in gold prices, and that is why I have highlighted here every time that till 5200 levels also I will stay with sell on rise in gold. For the near term, for the near midterm, I will say that is 6 months, 1 year down the lane also, I will not say that this highs are going to be broken. I'm not still in favor of this, though many have given the targets. The top banks, the top analysts have given the targets of, in fact, recently JP Morgan and other banks have given the targets of well beyond 6000 plus levels. In fact, recall the time when some people were shouting for 7000, 10,000, and the forecasts were there. See how this hype is created. Remember, everything is a trap here. You need to ensure how to stay safe from the trap. This social media world, this world entirely, the reports here, they act based on their own benefit. The reports are published based on their own benefit because they have invested so much. If the prices don't hike, they won't, so they give the targets too far, but it is us the retailers who get trapped in this. We need to ensure that we are booking profits every time, keeping our capital safe. So when we know that there is going to be a stronger probability, you have to act accordingly. Now see this, look at these times whenever prices come out from the overbought zone with a v-shaped reversal. And historically, whenever such V-shaped reversal happens from an overbought zone, it calls for a greater fall. And see, this is looking downwards. It appears the near future is not so bright for gold here. So now what to do? What should be our strategy for the coming week? Now, first is to understand the levels to buy. I will only recommend you to buy. If you see gold prices staying above 41.80-85 zone, then we can stay with the buys for 42.04, 42.20, and then 42.44, 42.60. If these levels are taken, the next is towards 42.80, and if this is taken, we are going to see it towards 43.20 and 43.50 levels. If this is taken, we are going to see gold above 4400 as well very soon. But I think it is going to get difficult. It is not so easy for such a strong move in 1 week. However, uh, see, despite all the positive developments, let the geopolitical tensions settled as well, but still I'll say the gold prices are not going to act as strong. However, remember, this is getting into an oversold territory as well, and hence a little pullback cannot be denied, and bullishness will prevail if at all it trades now above 4380, 4400 zone, because beyond this we'll be targeting towards 4520 plus level. On the downside, I will recommend you to sell only and only if you see it staying below 4140 mark and 4120 mark. If this is taken, then 4102 and then 4082. If these levels are taken, we can stay with the sells for 4050, 4040. And this time I'll be looking at 4000 levels, below which 3955, 3850 and 3800 levels should be there very soon. Remember this fact. Now see, as and how it moves downwards, the spacing, the gap between the levels are getting increased, the support levels are too far, and hence the slide could be stronger. So take your trades and positions accordingly. Like, share, subscribe and comment. Join my mentorship batch, join my signals channel, reach out to me for your queries. Join the free Telegram channel for live market updates and join the channel memberships here on YouTube to support the effort. Thank you. Have a great profitable trading week ahead and a happy weekend. Thank you.